Welcome to the David Podcast. Welcome to the Ashley and Jason Show. And welcome to the David Podcast. Well, Ashley and Jason are back on the show. I named this the David Podcast and also the Ashley and Jason Show. So welcome to the David Podcast and also the Ashley and Jason Show. They'll be doing some videos for you guys when they have a time. So welcome to the podcast and also the Ashley and Jason Show. And they'll give you some views when they have a time. But welcome to our channel and welcome back to another video. Once again, welcome to your Monday Night Raw review. We're going to get into what's going on with Triple H. We're going to get into what's going on with WWE and Monday Night Raw. Well, let's get into what WWE is going on with the news and everything else with Triple H and Endeavor. I was reading the news today, and Triple H is head of creative as of now. That is great news that came out of the gate today from what I was reading. Dave Meltzer came out and said it. Vince McMahon will no longer be running creative. That's the news I got from one of the podcasters today on YouTube, and also the news that I was reading. Now, JD might refuse that, I don't know. But WWE, Vince McMahon will no longer run creative. That is good news. Endeavor is only giving him 18% of voting stock. Triple H will be having full control of creative. Nick Khan will be vice president and Vince McMahon will be chairman of the board. But Vince McMahon will not have full control of the company anymore when Endeavor and FUC take over. So as of now, Triple H is head of creative. And Triple H is running the draft. As of now, SmackDown and Raw is run by Triple H. I said that in the video last week. I said Vince McMahon was not running creative, and he was not. But I diffused what was happening. I think Vince was running creative remotely in January and also February and March. I think JD was right. Now, on to Raw tonight. Now, do I still think Vince is running creative remotely? Yes. Because tonight, Raw was good to a extent, but we're still getting Vince's feel. I still think Vince is having some control for some strange reason, because Cody Rhodes is facing Lesnar at Backlash. That is not a Triple H match. That is a Vince McMahon match. Why is Lesnar fighting Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes has nothing to do with Brock Lesnar. Nothing. And now they're saying, like JD said, why are they saying? Because what does this have to do? Brock Lesnar was pissed off because his spot wasn't first on WrestleMania. That's what they're fighting about. That's the storyline they're going with. Because Brock Lesnar wasn't first at WrestleMania, and that's why they're having a match. What's the storyline? That's not a match. That's a joke. It makes no sense. So, yes, he is running it remotely. Maybe from his home, or maybe from his office. Or maybe he's calling Triple H up on the phone and saying, change that match. That's my idea. I want to change it. I want Cody to fight Lesnar at Backlash. Who's writing this? Why would Cody say that? That's not... It makes no sense. Because he wasn't first at WrestleMania. He's fighting Cody. And then you got the announcer saying it. I mean, what in the freaking world does that have to do with a match? If you want to make a Brock Lesnar storyline, give it a meaning. Maybe Lesnar's pissed because he wasn't facing Roman. That would make more sense than this stupid plot that they're doing. It's freaking ridiculous. So that is this Vince McMahon move. So something's telling me that he's still there in Gorilla. I don't know, guys. You tell me. Is he running it or is Triple H running it? I can't really tell. But that sounds like a Vince McMahon move. Because Vince is there in Gorilla. Something's telling me that he's still running it. Because Endeavor and FUC still has not gone through yet. If Triple H was running creative, then why is Cody fighting Lesnar? That's what I'm asking. Then why is Cody Rhodes fighting Brock Lesnar at Backlash? And they're making a ridiculous storyline. It makes no sense. But Monday Night Raw was good. It opened up with Dominic and Rey Mysterio, which is that storyline still good. It's still going on. Dominic is still disrespecting his father. He's still talking about Bad Bunny. Dominic and his father are still fighting. They're still feuding. That's one of the best storylines going. Dominic, Damian Priest faced, Finn Balor faced Ray. Ray won. Also, Bronson Reed faced Bobby Lashley, which made no sense to me. That's a Vince McMahon move. Bronson Reed versus Bobby Lashley. They look like two sissies hitting each other. No sense of that. They look like two sissy Marys. I mean, Bronson Reed, what purpose was that? A Lashley Bronson Reed match. That match sucked. It looked like two sissy Marys fighting each other. They looked like girls hitting each other. Two girls hitting each other. That's a Vince McMahon move. Then the Women's Raw Tag Title match. Ricardo Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Trish Stratus and the man Becky Lynch. Lita was taken out. That was a good match. Now, I'm not going to lie. The women's division needs a lot of work, but I'm not going to lie. I really think that was a good match. Ricardo Rodriguez is a strong woman. She is very, very strong. And she really took it to Trish and Becky. Trish was a late substitute. I'll get to what happened at the end of the match. The man really took it to him. Ricardo Rodriguez and Liv, it was back and forth. Anybody could have won this match. Anybody. At the end of the match, Trish did turn on Becky Lynch. She gave her the Trish kick. So Trish did turn heel. She's not going to be a baby face anymore. Should picture baby. She's not going to be a baby face anymore. She turned heel. Very disappointed in that, but that's the storyline they're going with. She turned heel. I think she did take out Lita. That's the storyline they're going with. They tried to get an answer why she kicked Becky Lynch. She didn't answer. She just walked away. So I think the storyline they're going with is Trish turned heel. Now, was that a Triple H move or Vince McMahon move? I would say that's a Triple H move. Because basically they want to turn Trish heel. My friend Kevin from Social Night told me that. Or my coach from basketball told me that. So I think that's what they were going to go with eventually, turning Trish from babyface to heel. That's a good move. I think that's an excellent move. Because Trish is better as a heel than she is a babyface. I think she was always better as a heel, even during the Attitude Era. So she is much better as a heel than a babyface. Also, Damage Control and Bayley and Nia and Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai and Io Sky. I get her mixed up all the time. I think that team's ready for a downfall. I think Bayley's going to go on her own. I don't even, Damage Control. I really thought they were going to push Damage Control so much. Even before Vince came back to WWE, I thought they were going to, even though Vince is still running the show remotely, I really thought they were going to push Damage Control before Vince came back running creative a little bit. I really thought they were going to push Damage Control, but they didn't. And I blame Vince for that, because I still think Vince has a little bit of control. But they didn't push Damage Control completely. They didn't. And that's ridiculous, because I thought Damage Control was a great unit when Triple H was running it before Vince came back. And now that Vince is back, I think he's destroying Damage Control. I think Bayley's going to go on her own. I think Nia Yim and Dakota Kai are going to turn babyface. And Bayley's going to still be a heel. There was a triple threat match tonight for, I think, Bianca Belair's #1 contender match. And Io Sky won. And she's going to face Bianca. Now that's going to piss off Bayley. Because Bayley does not like anyone taking her spotlight. I think she's going to leave Damage Control and turn on Io Sky and Dakota Kai and go off on her own. And I really think that's a spot for the boss to come back. Maybe. I really don't think Sasha Banks will ever come back because of the way she was treated by WWE management and by Vince McMahon and by Bruce Pritchard. I still don't like Tubby. I don't care what anybody says that Tubby's nice. I think Tubby's full of crap, and he always will be. I hate Bruce Pritchard, and I don't care what any freaking broadcaster says he's a good writer or not. He sucks. He's worse than Vince. He don't listen to the talent, and he never will. Triple H does. He doesn't. They call him Papa Triple H, for God's sakes. And Shawn Michaels listens to the talent. Tubby doesn't. Tubby should be fired. They still got Tubby running around, Jason. Bruce Pritchard. Give me a break. He's a good guy. The hell he is. Liars. Go eat a hamburger, you fat piece of crap. I love you. Yeah, lose a couple of pounds. Then someone will love you. But that's the basic thing I'm trying to say. Is I think Bayley is going to turn heel. And they're going to turn babyface. They should have done a lot more with Damage Control. They really should have. They really should have done a lot more with that. Now that Vince is back, they're destroying Damage Control. So, I really think Bayley's going to go off on her own. But she beat Mia Yim, and she beat Piper Niven, and she won the #1 contendership to face Bianca. Next match. Kevin Owens versus the Street Profits. Alpha Academy versus the Usos. The Usos won. I think Otis and the Maximum Model should be fired. Who in the hell thinks that's entertainment. Thank God Otis was wearing a shirt tonight. He scares me. Put a shirt on, Otis. Nobody wants to see your fat stomach. You're scaring people. Okay? Nobody wants to see that, Otis. The Maximum Models should be fired. They stink. They suck. They suck. Hey, I said it. They shouldn't even be on TV. That's why, Vince didn't even like them. He fired them. Now they're back. Now, I don't think Vince hired these idiots back. I think he's just doing it to spite Triple H. Now, I hate the Maximum Models. I hate them. They suck. And Otis is with them. And they're destroying the Alpha Academy. That was a great tag team. Him and what's the other guy's name? I forget. I can't think of his name. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning, okay? I can't think of his name. Oh, my God. He goes shoosh all the time. Chad Gable. They destroyed Chad Gable and Otis. They destroyed it. They killed the Alpha Academy. It was a good match. The Usos won, but it wasn't even a good match. I didn't enjoy it at all. They killed the Alpha Academy. I think Chad should go on his own. They're going to kill Otis. Otis was great when he joined Chad Gable. They had the tag titles. They had a great run. And then Vince slowly killed them. He killed them. That's what Vince does to people. He kills the characters. I still always think he's running remotely, Jason. Next match. Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. That was a good match. Kevin Owens didn't win. Solo Sikoa got it with the Samoan Spike. I still think the Bloodline feud between Sami Zayn, Matt Riddle, and Solo Sikoa is good. That's written by Triple H. No doubt about it. They are doing a good job with the Bloodline feud. That is still a good storyline. I think that 6-man tag match at Backlash with Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Solo Sikoa and the Usos will be a good match. It still get Roman mad, and Roman's going to blame Jay. And that's still going to get Jay fired up to leave and go babyface with his brother. I really think Jey Uso is going to turn on the Bloodline by the end of this year. JD's waiting for it, I'm waiting for it. I really think that this 6-man tag is going to be the ultimate turn for Jey Uso. If Jey Uso doesn't win the 6-man tag, Roman's blaming everything on Jey right now. And Sami's trying to talk Jey in the storyline out of leaving the Bloodline. I don't think his brother will leave, but Jey might leave and go on his own. I think Jey should leave the Bloodline. If Jey leaves the Bloodline and Triple H goes with that storyline, that would be great. I think Jey leaving the Bloodline is a good idea. I think when JD said that was a great idea. I think that's a wonderful idea. Jey leaving the Bloodline. Jey Uso should leave the Bloodline. I really think that's a great idea. I really do. Now we're going to get into the news about Endeavor and Triple H possibly running creative. Now, it was written in the news that Triple H, there is a draft coming up for WWE, and Triple H is going to be making some changes before the deal goes in through with Endeavor. Vince McMahon is only going to own 18% of the stock. That's it. And I think Nick Khan's going to own all of it. Nick Khan will be the sole president, and Ari Emanuel will be the CEO, and he'll be making all the decisions. Endeavor does not want Vince McMahon running creative. They don't think that Vince McMahon is the right fit. Now, Triple H could be the fall guy. If WWE falls, it's a bad move. It's all going to fall on Triple H. That's what Vince is hoping for, but I don't think it's gonna. Now, Endeavor does not want Vince to run creative. Not at all. And Triple H wants to just make sure the guys are happy. They call him Papa Triple H. Triple H is making some changes to the draft now that Vince is no longer, hopefully has no power. I don't know. I'll explain that in a minute. Triple H wants to make the world title back in WWE because there's no champion on Raw and there's no champion on SmackDown because the part-timer Roman Reigns took off again. That's why Cody should have won at WrestleMania. Reigns is part-time. I don't like Roman Reigns. I don't. The part-timer took off again. That's what Vince wants, the face of the company. A fucking part-timer like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. You kidding me? And Roman said he would never be a part-timer. Here he is, a part-timer like Brock Lesnar. I want a day off. You took a day off last year, you idiot. What a baby. Just like Lesnar. Crying to Vince McMahon. They're both Vince McMahon guys. Roman and Brock. Guarantee you. Chapstick all the way. So, Triple H wants to make changes with the world title. Bring it back to SmackDown or Raw. I think that's a good move. I really think we need a Raw world champion, and Cody should be it. Cody should wear that world title. He should be the Raw world champion. Roman can go off with his little belts and stick them where the sun don't shine. Really. Technically. Stick them up his butt. Basically. Roman should stick the titles where the sun don't shine. That freaking part-timer. So, Cody should be the world champion if they're going to go that route. Now, when the deal goes through, Triple H will have full power. Now, right now, I don't know. I really think right now, I believe that guy that was talking, Jason, I do believe that YouTuber. But I really think that Vince McMahon is running remotely. I really don't think Triple H is fully ahead yet until this deal is finalized. So for now, I really agree with JD. I think Vince McMahon is still running creative. And some expert why I think that, because of what we're getting on Monday Night Raw, we got Cody facing Lesnar. That's a Vince McMahon move. Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed, Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon destroying Damage Control. That's all Vince. And Trish Stratus. I don't know if that's a Vince. I don't know yet. But all these things we saw tonight, including the Bloodline, that's Triple H. But Vince McMahon killing Cody's character, that's all Vince. Lesnar and Cody, that's a Vince McMahon script all the way through. And Bronson Reed versus Bobby Lashley, that's a Vince McMahon script all the way through. And I really think Becky Lynch and Trish, that Vince McMahon. I really do. All this is Vince, except for Dominic and Ray and the Bloodline feud. It's all Triple H. And Triple H is running NXT and SmackDown. I really think Vince still has some remote control. And he's killing Cody. And Triple H is letting him. Because Triple H has no power until Endeavor and FUC take over. And I really don't think Ariel Emanuel, who is Vince McMahon's best friend, is going to let Triple H run Raw and SmackDown and NXT fully. JD's right. I really don't think that's going to happen. Everyone says, Endeavor's going to enter. What do you think? They were friends for 25, maybe 57 years. Do you really think Ariel Emanuel is really going to let Endeavor kick Vince McMahon out of creative? I don't think so. Ariel Emanuel has the final say. Ariel Emanuel is the CEO. So if Triple H thinks he's going to have a lot of creative say, you're full of it. No way. No freaking way. Because Ariel Emanuel is friends with Triple H's father-in-law, Vince McMahon. Give me a break. You really think for 1 minute that Ariel Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor and FUC, is going to let Triple H run the company without Vince having some creative say? You're full of it. You're full of it. Our fears, our prayers are answered? No, they're not. Wake up, guys. Endeavor and Ariel Emanuel and FUC are still in bed with Vince, in my opinion. They're baking with Vince, okay? They're baking on it. Mark my words. Mark my words. 18%, I don't give a damn. It's a crock. Mark my words. If Ariel Emanuel has any say, Triple H will be gone. Gone! Fired. I think. I have a bad feeling in my pit of my stomach that Vince is going to be head of creative before this year is out, like JD said. Right now, I'm happy for Triple H. I hope they don't do this. But I got a feeling, I got a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach, Jason, that Triple H, I should have said it in a text, that Triple H is not going to have full say. It can't happen. Because Ariel Emanuel and Vince McMahon are friends. JD's right. What do you guys really think? That Endeavor's really gonna say, oh, well, we can't let Vince run creative, Ariel. Ariel Emanuel is gonna say, well, I like Vince. I think he's got good ideas. Let's do it. And if Triple H screws up, if Vince screws up, who do you think's gonna fall on? Who's head of creative? Triple H. You're fired. Get out. And Vince will be right back in position. And sit in the grill like this. All right, let's do it. That's it. And Tubby would be right beside him writing scripts. I mean, that's what basically is going to happen. Him and Tubby would be right back in power. I love you. Let's do it, Bruce. Can I have a hamburger, Vince? Sure, Bruce. Go get me a drink. I'm ready to write scripts. I don't like it. Redo it, Bruce. Okay, Vince. That's what will happen. Because Ariel Emanuel don't give a crap. He likes Vince. So that's what will happen. Vince will be back in Gorilla. Headset and all. Like JD said, Triple H is a fall guy. Well, update. I will still be doing the podcast, but the Celtics playoffs are coming up. And I want to do some videos for you about the Celtics, too. Because I really like the Celtics. And the playoffs are coming up. So I can't wait for the Celtics playoffs. So there might not, I'm going to take a break, maybe. But I will still bring you some WWE videos, I promise. But I'm going to be doing some Celtics playoffs videos, too. I promise I will bring SmackDown, Monday Night Raw reviews, don't worry. But I really want to do the Celtics. So next time I will see you. I promise I will bring more videos to you about Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Raw. But I really want to do the Celtics. So I'm going to be covering the playoffs for you guys too. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite. And don't forget, put Jesus first. And don't forget, Keep it real, YouTube. And welcome Ashley and Jason back to the channel. Bye for now. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night.